Okay, because people are showing up, very surprisingly. I'm gonna start it. I was really not expecting people to show up. I was gonna just do my own thing uh, on camera, and then I don't know, maybe people will watch it afterwards. But welcome to the stream. Yeah, thanks for being here. That was really impromptu. This is the most impromptu I've done a stream. Literally, like I had dinner and then thought, I kind of want to do it, and then I scheduled it. Mainly because tomorrow I won't be able to do it. Usually I do it. Usually the ones on the weekends are planned, and then the ones on the weekdays are more impromptu. Like I do it if I feel like it. But tomorrow I can't do it because tomorrow evening I'll be at a concert. Oh, hello! Thanks for the reactions. So I thought might as well do one today, just like as a replacement for the weekend one. I don't even know what my thumbnail says. I just randomly picked one. So yeah. Well, whoever is here, thanks for the hearts. Also click the like button so that people can see this. But so I would love to talk to some people today as well as the last time and anytime. I'm happy to do anytime. So click the like the stream, and then so that yeah, YouTube will push it more. Maybe I don't know how it works. Yeah. I had a big dinner. I never know how to portion my food, so like I just accidentally eat too much. You are learning Welsh. That is a statement. That is true. Yeah. Am I supposed to answer something? Yes, that is true. But actually today, I before I learn Welsh, I'm actually going to do some work in Polish because if you don't know, I recently published a video where I talk about Silesian, which is a Polish dialect / language. I'm not going to that debate because people are having a debate in the comment sections. People are having a flame war. So and then I thought most of the video is in Polish, so might as well make some Polish subtitles for. I don't know. Well, I subtitled the English parts in Polish in case Polish people want to watch it and their English is not good. And also, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check the subtitles for the Polish sections as well, so that we can share it for other people learning Polish, and they can use it as a learning material. Even though my Polish is far from perfect, but you know we have native speakers in the video, so I thought, yeah, might as well use it as a learning resource, just like Easy Polish Classic, and also I mean everyone in the video is from Easy Polish. So, oh, my thumbnail says I'm learning Welsh. Yes, yeah. I mean the main purpose of these streams is to learn Welsh, so that is why it says that. That's kind of the point. I will be doing some of that. I will most likely be catching up with the stuff in the previous units that I didn't manage to finish because I was tired or I didn't have the time. This one might be a shorter stream, but either way, everyone here, or whoever is here, okay, say hi in the comments. Say hi in the chat. Tell me who's here. I see 2 people so far. Links. I've seen you before. I don't think I've seen Smoking Caterpillar before. Have we chatted before? I'm not sure, but happy to see any one of you. Come and say hi in the comments. Hello, awesome cat. That's my first time seeing you. Welcome. Have you been to my other streams? Hello. I'm happy to have you here. So, don't know if you've been here before, but how I do things is basically. Oh, hello, Cam Dixon. Oh, very very engaged people today. This is lovely. Yeah. How I usually do these things is I always do something, right? In the past, I've played a game. Sometimes I do my sub-studies. Sometimes I do like, I don't know, Duolingo or something. Basically, I just think it would be weird if I did like a just chatting thing. Like literally do nothing but chat, and then nobody shows up. So I'm a bit scared to do that. So instead, I have something that I sort of do. But like, if people are here, if people want to chat with me, I'm here to chat with them as well. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah. So I'm here if you want to like interact, if you want to talk to me. Tell me how your day went. It's right here. It's a Friday evening. Oh my God, people really. Oh, maybe because it's Friday evening. That's why people have more time. Yeah, how are your days? You've seen a little of my streams. Oh, okay. Well, lovely of you to come and say something. Don't be shy. Even though my the chat can be a little bit slow sometimes, you're always welcome to say anything you like. You were in the stream when Language Sim was here. He's been here several times actually. I think, well, I don't remember the first time. The first time was quite surprising because YouTube chat does the thing where, because he's verified, it has like a special badge or something. That was funny. And then yeah, he just shows up sometimes. I don't know, because we've met, like we're mates on Instagram, but that's it. So as I said, what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying how was your day? Actually today this is me divulging some secrets of the trade. Today I had a new student trying out a lesson with me. So I normally I teach languages online. So I have a page on my website where, this sounds like an ad, but this is just a background. I have a page on my website where I tell people what I teach and what levels, and then they can contact me to have lessons, private lessons. But I also do language coaching, which is I help people do their self-study instead of teaching them. So I sort of give them suggestions what they can do, advice using my experience, or like analyzing what they're doing good or not as good, based on what their goals are or what their interests are, or basically, yeah, I'm like a doctor saying, oh, if you want to achieve this, maybe you can try this, maybe that's why that's not working for you. Hello, Hayes. Oh, there's lots of people I've never seen before. I'm excited. Lovely to see you here. How was your day? Welcome to the stream. Have you been here before? You learned some Finnish, but you want to learn some Norwegian now. Do it. Study with me. That's the name of the stream. So you can study while watching me, and then if you want to say something, then talk to me. You're learning Arabic. This is beautiful. A very active community here. I love it. This is great. Hello, Mamat. Yay! I love it. I love the sense of community we're building here. Yeah, the more I see you guys in the chat, especially if you say more stuff in the chat, and then if I see you again in the next stream, like, it feels like, we have some sort of online relationship, right? I know people and I make friends through doing these streams. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I was saying. Yeah. So yeah, today there was a new student that got in touch with me, I think yesterday, and then we met up for the first time today. I think that was really encouraging. I love doing this because it is a cool job. Because I can see how different people learn differently. Of course, they have different goals and everything, and then I can use my experience in different ways. Normally, I use my experience to help myself learn more languages, right? And that's fine, but I'm just me, and I'm like, I know what kind of learner I am, and when I look at other people's learning experiences and journeys, it's fun to see how much my experience can apply. And also it gives me ideas for videos, because if I base my videos only on my experience, it's like, what's the word, solipsism, right? I might overlook other people's experiences and different aptitudes. But once I get to interact with more people like you guys, or like people who do coaching with me, I get to see whether their experiences align with mine, and that's really interesting. That was my story. That was how my day was going. I met up with a new student, and we talked about their learning journey. How's my Lithuanian going? My Lithuanian is on pause, on hiatus, because this is one of my principles, right? I try not to learn too many things at the same time, and so Lithuanian is on pause. You know what? I'm gonna put my chat here so that, yeah, that's better, so that I can look slightly more in camera. now my chat is here and my camera is here. What was I saying? Yeah. I do want to go back to Lithuanian someday. That is still on the cards. I'm not leaving it. But right now, I'm doing Welsh and I was doing British Sign Language, which I've finished the level now, so I'm not doing it currently. And we'll see. I also had so many ideas of what to do because yesterday I went to a meetup and met someone who I really connected with. Because I go to a language meetup every week, and so I met someone who speaks Turkish, and I feel like I might do some Turkish stream at some point in the future, but that's all in the future, right? Lithuanian as well, Turkish, those are. When I go to the language meetup, we have a label thing where we write down what languages we're learning and what languages we speak. And I still keep writing Lithuanian and Turkish there because those are languages I want to speak, even though I don't speak them much now. But so they are still there. Don't worry. How many languages do I speak? I speak to varying degrees. It's a hard question to answer. Around a dozen. Yeah, there are some languages that I understand but I don't count. And then there are some languages that I speak, but not well. I speak around 6-7 languages well. Hello, Matmat. Would be fun to see you interpreting between a Pole and Lithuanian simultaneously. Simultaneous interpretation, that is like the cream of the crop. That's the highest level you can get in any language. And that's difficult even in your native language. So that is never happening. Don't worry. You want to go to bed, but there is this stream. You can't go to bed. You should go to bed if it's late. Hello, Ludwig. But you know what? You can still watch while in bed. You're perfectly allowed to I don't know, go to sleep on my stream or something. A Hong Konger linking the citizens of the former Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Yeah, when I was in Lithuania, I had some interesting conversations about the relationship between these two countries. It's very interesting. Definitely, Vilno nasze is a very good running joke. Because my best friend, when I was in Lithuania, was a Polish girl, so it was fun. Speaking of which, yes. So welcome everyone who just arrived. Simultaneous interpreting is a sensory nightmare. I would agree. I have come into contact with lots of simultaneous interpreters since I started learning sign language, because sign language interpreting is basically always simultaneous. It's not the same thing as interpreting between two spoken languages, but still, it is practically simultaneous, right? And then I'm just in awe at how they do it. I don't know how. Like, it's so overwhelming. I can't even translate in my head very well. Like, have I told you guys about this? I'm at the point where my other good languages, strong languages, are getting in the way of my English sometimes. Like, even when I talk to people in English in England, sometimes there's like annoying car. There's like a Polish word or a German word that comes up in my head. Actually, I think in the last stream that happened on stream. I said befürworter because I couldn't find the word proponent, and that happens a lot with Polish and German, and especially since I finished my masters, I've read less in English than I used to. So that was so my English, I don't know, is it deteriorating? It could be. You never know. So I have a lot of tip of the tongue moments with English vocabulary, especially like advanced vocabulary. I got the joke. Yeah, I know that my minions. For everyone else, it was an inside joke because I go to Language Sims lives a lot just to I don't know, to chat, to help him out. I can't English, to help him out with German and everything. And then sometimes people from my streams show up at his streams, so I'm like, Hi, that's my minions have arrived. You just speak Slavic English, so you can't judge. I mean, it's not about the accent though. It's about I'm talking about the vocabulary, because I think my English really peaked when I was at Oxford for obvious reasons. Did a lot of academic reading, and yeah, there are lots of advanced words that just you know the tip of the tongue thing where it's you feel like there is a word for that, but you just can't put your finger on what word that is, and sometimes it's even worse. Sometimes it turns out it's a word in a different language. Like, for example, I'm speaking in English and I'm thinking, oh, there's an English word for this exact thing, and then later on I realized I was thinking of a Polish word or something, and turns out there might not be a perfect English word for that scenario. That is really annoying, but such is a polyglot life, I guess. Oh, you make sacrifices to speak this many languages. I'm gonna have a sip. And if anyone knows what this is, put it in the chat. This is I want to know if you guys know this. Hello, Polyglot Mouse. Welcome. Good to see you again. How have you started a challenge or officially, or is it like about to start? You're fluent in French as well. Difficult pronunciation. I think French pronunciation is. We have an idiom in Cantonese that goes easy to learn and hard to master, and I think that's the case for French, because French pronunciation is not that complex, but it's really hard to sound really French. Like there are some weird things going on in that language. Like there's an E sound that has a weird resonance. Like I think Language Sim, for example, he does it well. He has a good E sound, and I don't know how he does it. I can't do it at all. And then I noticed that French people, when they finish a sentence, especially words that end with like E, right? They go E, merci, with a weird sh at the end. So it's hard to sound native in French, I think. It's official. You've learned a bit of the basics. I know. I'm sure I would have loved Finnish. Have I told you? Wait. I think I showed my my Turkish grammar book on stream, but I did not show my Finnish grammar book. So the backstory. Last time I showed my Turkish one. The backstory is in 2022. I went to Polyglot Gathering in Poland, and then before I came back, I went to Krakow with my friends. We went to a language bookstore, and I picked up 2 grammar books of Turkish and Finnish, respectively. People who know, please write in the chat, what is the connection between Turkish and Finnish? What is the reason I got these 2 specific grammar books? Tell me in the chat. Let's see if you can get it. And then what I did was basically I read half of the Turkish grammar on my flight back to England. I never started on the Finnish one, but it is on my shelf. So yeah, maybe I'll look at it someday, just as a interesting thing. And then yes, it is in Polish, in case it wasn't clear. I'm at the stage where I read grammars in Polish. Is that food? No. I'll give you another guess. Franz King. No, not Franz King. Both have a lot of cases? No. Agglutinative, that's the one. Yeah. I noticed that people in the polyglot community, or the language fan community, have a fun obsession with agglutinative languages. It's interesting. I think for one, because agglutinative languages are not that mainstream within the language learning community, but it's also very interesting because like it's transparent. Yeah. Last night at the meetup again, I definitely shocked some Turkish natives with my barely existing Turkish. I made one sentence with slightly complex structure, and then the Turks were like, "Oh my god!" And then they started telling everyone else that Israel is fluent in Turkish. I'm like, "No, stop it! I don't speak the language. I know the grammar. That's it." So when something's hard to learn, then it's easy to master. No, I mean, I didn't say that was a necessity. It's just a description. It's not a rule. You're fluent in German. Oh, you're native in German. Okay. Now you have a B1 degree in Latin. How do you get a B1 degree? And how do you get a degree in Latin? That's really cool. I know people in England who do classics. That's where they learn Latin and Greek, ancient Greek. But yeah. Oh, did you know? Speaking of which, I just came to my mind. Tom Hiddleston did classics, and that's why he speaks freaking Latin and ancient Greek with a classic pronunciation. And if you watch Loki from Marvel, he actually speaks Latin, and I think his Latin pronunciation is approved by the Latin YouTuber, and I thought that was really cool. That's soy milk. That is close. This is a variant of the classic Hong Kong soy drink. So the default, the original flavor is called Vita Soy, and then this one is the malt one. And I noticed that malt one is really, I'm not Englishing again, is divisive, right? Because I've given it to some of my friends from somewhere else, from not from Hong Kong, and some of them really like it, some of them really hate it. So I guess it's like our equivalent of, I don't know, durian or Marmite. That's an English one. Let's see. You speak English, French, Somali, and you're learning Arabic. That's really cool. Smoke and Caterpillar, which one's your native language? Or are you like natively trilingual? Because I mean, if you speak Somali, I feel like you might come from a part of the world where people speak their local language and then like a colonial language. That's my impression. Awesome, Kat, you excited to learn Finnish? Do it. Yeah, I mean, I would love to learn some Finnish someday, but I don't have a personal motivation yet. As I said, to my new language coaching student today, for me it's all about the motivation. I will only learn a language if I love it, or I love some aspect of it, like the language itself, or it could be a person or whatever, or the culture. But I just know that if I don't love it, if I'm only interested in it, then I will never manage to learn it. Why Vietnamese is an amazing language. You can feel free to elaborate in the chat. Ludwig, you're learning Turkish. Aha, nasıl gidiyor? Türkçe dili seviyor musun? You only learn language that can lead us to good cuisines. Oh, you're a foodie, Camila. I didn't know that. Did you just roast Dutch like that? You did the Dutch people dirty, mate. You can't say that. They have the stroopwafels. Everyone knows the stroopwafels in Dutch because it's on Duolingo. And they have like, I don't know, ik ben een banaan or something. You study Latin in school and then you get a... Oh, so you mean like a diploma, like a school diploma? Is it sweet? That's a good question. I mean, yes, for sure, it's sweet. I didn't need to remind myself it was sweet. I know it's sweet. that was not me checking if it's sweet. But it's very malty. I think that might, because I grew up really loving this flavor of Vita Soy. We have lots of flavors. So it's like the original soy one, the malt one. There's like black bean. There's like red bean. There's like coconut. Don't know what other ones. But this one was always my favorite. So I suspect that might be a reason why I love beer, because it's all about the malt. In England, you can do language and culture degrees where you study 3 languages. Yes, I know that. I have friends who do languages. I think I recently interacted with. Don't know if you guys know TLDR News. They are a news channel on YouTube that I love, and I interacted with one of their hosts, Georgina, on Twitter, and she did like French and German or something at uni, which I find really cool. We don't really do that in Hong Kong. I think I mentioned on the last stream, we have like Japanese studies, and then we have Chinese and English, but like you don't really do 2 languages. But I know lots of people do like German and Russian or something at my university. You watch TLDR News too? Yes, they're great, aren't they? Not good at pronunciation. That was a classic joke. As a language guy, I used to be really annoyed at the pronunciation, but I think they're getting better. They're getting better. So especially since they hired some people who did languages. Parents are immigrants from Somalia. Ah, okay. I see. Oh, you're Canadian. Oh, cool. That makes sense. So Canadian, an immigrant in Canada would have exposure to English and French for sure. Have you met people who are proficient in over 10 languages C2? No, I don't think that's even possible, because your brain just can't do that much at the same time. Like you can be, like historically, you can have had a C2 in many languages, but like simultaneously, I don't think that's, because C2 is really high. This is me for like people who might be newer to the language learning thing. People think I want to be perfect, and then they say I want C2, but C2 is like is overkill in my opinion, because my understanding of CEFR is that B2 is basically fluent in most daily occasions. C1 is like you're in university already, and C2 is you're like a professional in that language. Like me, I'm a professional in music, in English, so C2 in English. Or if you're like a scientist, or you're like a journalist in a foreign language, then you would be around C2. And I just think, unless you want to move to a country and be a professional in the country, C2 is overkill. I don't think you need C2 at all. This is my hot take of the day. I used to be a perfectionist. I mean, I grew up in East Asia. Obviously, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a good son. Like, always aim for the 100%, aim for the A+. But I from my years of learning languages, I've come to realize that no, my ultimate goal would be C1, and it's only limited to my favorite languages, and that includes Polish, German, currently Welsh, unless that changes in the future, and potentially Swedish, if I pick it up again. Even though, in theory, I had C1 in Swedish, but I don't think I do. Glad to see I'm learning Welsh. Are you Welsh? Do you speak Welsh? Or are you interested in it? Mizu. Are you water? Mizu. Now you wonder where you can find books in ancient Greek. I'm sure you can find everything online. You simultaneously C2 in 10 languages is composing 13 symphonies. It's composing 13 symphonies at the same time. Like, if you do them one by one, then yes. But the difference is when you're done with a symphony, you're done. Right? You publish it unless you want to change it, but you're done. But learning a language is a lifetime thing. You never finish a language. Like, even if you have learned every word that exists now, which is impossible, there will be new words, there will be new trends, and the language keeps changing. Like, for example, if something happens in the country, like politics change, or like the culture changes, and there will be new words or technology. So you never finish learning a language. So it just adds up if you want to maintain a C in many languages. B1 is most stuff. Yeah, I would agree. Like all the knowledge-based stuff, like grammar, structure, that kind of stuff. I think you basically learn all of it by B1, if not by A2. I think It's for Welsh, for example. Welsh doesn't have a lot of grammar. I guess depends on how you quantify the grammar, right? But in terms of rules, there aren't many. So like I learned it really quickly. But obviously, grammar also includes collocations or how words work together, and then maybe potentially like phrases, set phrases, and that sort of dips into vocabulary as well. You don't need C2, but you crave it. I understand. I understand that. There are languages that I love and I really want to be C2 in them, but I just know it's not practical when I'm not living in the country. I would say you would only want to be C2 if you want to teach that language. That's also debatable. I think you could start teaching a language earlier. Depends on who you're teaching, because even at like B2, you as who said earlier, I think Link said earlier, right? Even at B2 or B1, you know most things there are to know. So I think by B2 you can start teaching like beginners. Obviously you won't teach people on B1, but like teaching beginners is fine. What language family do you prefer? Slavic. It's not even a question. Maybe you look into Asian. Okay, that's not for me. Who did 13 symphonies and passed away? I think you might mean 9 symphonies. There was a thing in classical music called the Curse of the Ninth, where lots of famous composers died after 9 symphonies. Yeah, and Mahler tried to cheat death because he wrote 8 symphonies, and then he wrote another one, but then he didn't call it a symphony. He called it Das Lied der Erde, the Song of the Land, and then he didn't die, and then he wrote the 9th symphony, and then he died. It's a classic story in classical music. You were learning. I almost said you was would be Manchester. You was was you learning Welsh? It's just hard to find people to speak it with resources. Oh yeah, Ollie did make a storybook in Welsh. I don't have it. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I'll get it. I don't know if it will be too easy for me though. Maybe I should. But there are plenty of readers, to be fair. Yeah, the thing with those storybooks is that they basically have the same story, and I've read the French one already. So if I read the Welsh one, it would be purely for the language, not for the stories, which kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, you keep talking about Vietnamese, okay? People give him some support. He's very passionate about Vietnamese, so people give him a reaction. Give him a 100. This one. What else? You always learn new info, even your native language. I know. You want to hit C2 in Ainu? I hope you can, but yeah, I don't even know those. I don't know how to gauge a C2 in like a small language like that, because as from what I said, I think C2 is when you are a professional in the language, right, or equivalent of that. And can you even? I'm not saying the language cannot do that, but I'm saying like the current status of the language in society doesn't allow for you to be a professional in the language. So I don't know how to gauge whether you have a C2. Oh, Camila, are you convinced to learn Vietnamese? Go for it. Maybe the Vietnamese propaganda is working. Do you want to learn a Polynesian language? I actually do. I've dabbled in Hawaiian before, just on Duolingo. I don't know. I find it interesting. I am also interested in the Taiwanese Formosan languages, but it's again it's the same thing. I need a concrete reason to learn them, like a spark. For me, it's about the spark. I keep saying I have a stupid reason to start learning a language, and then I fall in love with the language, and then I continue learning it. So I don't have a spark to learn any Polynesian languages, at least not seriously. People learn too from, yep, that's Hong Kong. There are plenty of Welsh readers. There are. If you know where to look, if you want to look for Welsh readers, go to, I don't know where you live, but in the UK it's relatively easy to get them, especially in Wales for obvious reasons. But there are Welsh bookshops online, and because of how the government and the National Centre for Learning Welsh promotes the language, it's basically all the readers are sorted into levels, so you know what level you're on. And I have a couple. I think I have one right here. I showed this last time. This one. No, see. Oh, this one. Interesting. This one has a CEFR level. Let's see if you can see this. This one is a B1. I haven't actually read it yet, but this was a B1, apparently. Yeah. Oh yeah. So there you go. So intermediate. So the colors here are the levels from the National Centre for Learning Welsh, which is the same as the textbook I'm using, and then it corresponds to the CEFR. And you can also go to Welsh bookshops in person, like the one I went to in Cardiff called Cantamil, and yeah, lots of readers. I even read one that is from the 70s. Because I went to my university's language library, and it just happens to have one singular Welsh reader, and it's from the 70s. It's so ancient. It's great. Going to France for the first time. Ooh. Well, you might want to warm up your French a bit, I guess. Yeah. Well, maybe that will be the warm up. Let's see what else. I'm starting to have to speed read at this point. There's a lot going on. You wish there was more original literature that isn't the Quran. There is plenty of what? There's a lot of literature in Arabic. It's a huge language. Oh, I was going to say as well. I forgot to mention. Welsh has also a very long literary tradition. Like, they started writing the language really early, so they have lots of poetry and literature. So and people love to read. People who can read Welsh anyway. And I think the Eisteddfod, so that's a national festival for Welsh culture. That one, I think it just ended, or at least they just crowned their Prif Fardd, which is they crown a poet every single year, and they just chose someone who is very good at poetry. I might learn that someday, because when I was young, I was really interested in like the strict poetry in ancient China. So I might learn this equivalent in Welsh. Gaelic readers. You can ask my podcast co-host Samuel on Twitter or something. Maybe he has some to recommend. The Welsh government has nationalised Welsh learning. Yes, exactly. So actually, they have good resources, especially when it comes to reading. How you tag people? With the app, I don't know. Like this. You tag people like this. If YouTube won't let you, I can't really help. I'm not the YouTube expert. Sorry. Is there like Arabic literature? I honestly am not the person to ask. Maybe ask people who speak Arabic. I've never learned it in earnest. You wish they did a better job promoting it? I think they're doing fine. Because if you look for like Welsh readers, they're not hard to find. Oh, I mean, you talk about Arabic. Sorry, you talk about Arabic. Well, in that case, ask the Arabic speakers. In the meantime, I said, keep chatting. What I'm gonna do is, how long have I been streaming? Oh my god, there was too much chatting going on. See, you managed to tag someone. Congrats. What I was going to do is I'm going to subtitle my Polish video, if you don't mind. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep reading the chat while I do that. If you haven't watched the video, this is my plug. Watch it, give it a like, share it, because I'm really proud of this video. It's a really well done. And I just heard back from people who were in the video, and they're very happy with it. They were like, "Oh, they say the video has exceeded their expectations, so I recommend it." Yep. Where was I? Oh, am I here? No. So I guess I should change the title or the thumbnail. I guess I'm technically doing Polish and Welsh today, but I'm not learning Polish, so I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna. Should I be perfectionist and do like punctuation as well, or do I just correct the? I think I'm gonna just simply correct the words. I'm gonna be lazy. Do I speak Mandarin Cantonese? Cantonese. And learning Egyptian. Yeah, I think it's common to learn Egyptian. And it's ironic because I've heard Egyptian is the one that is most different from the other ones I've heard. I'm not sure. It's like how Russian is the most popular Slavic language, but Russian is the weirdest one.
Osobiście.
Osobiście.
A online trochę dłużej.
No wcześniej, ja znam cię bardzo długo już. Ale skąd ty prawdziwie pochodzisz?
Ja urodziłam się w Katowicach.
Aha.
I mieszkałam tutaj całe moje życie.
Propaganda speaker. You study. Are you learning Vietnamese right now? For human, or are you doing like Burmese, or like are you doing everything at once? Metal Guild. Oh, I've seen Metal Guild. Is it Metal Fanti Guild? I'm not really well versed in that side of the world. Do you use the vocative? No. Only ironically. I use the vocative ironically. If you look at, I think there was one video of Justina and Luca Lampariello where he called her Pani Justino, just like overly formal, and then Justina said "Ja ci dam Pani Justino," which means like, how do you translate that? In Cantonese, that would be "me le go tao." In English, that's like, I don't know. Yeah, don't say that stupid thing. But exceptions, of course. There are some words that are used in vocative, like mamo, boże, that kind of stuff. But like normally with people's names, you don't really use it. No. Whereas in Lithuanian, you definitely do use the vocative, which is interesting. I was actually, I looked at my Lithuania videos again. Yes, because I watch my own videos again and again. Not 2,000 times, but I watched them several times. And my teacher called me Israeli because my name in Lithuanian is Israelis, and then the vocative is Israeli. And then my classmate was Robertas, and the vocative is Robertai. So every time the teacher called our names, it was a form, which was interesting. Do I speak just? No, I speak Cantonese, Mita. I speak Cantonese. You use? Oh yeah, there's a Polish person explaining. Why am I doing it? How common is it in other languages? Abundance of synonymic words. That is actually true. I was literally thinking about that yesterday, because I was listening to a podcast and they said pernicious, and I was thinking, what's the difference between pernicious and harmful? And sometimes it just gives it has different associations. Maybe it's more formal. Maybe it's a specific kind of harmful. I don't know. Yeah, they have like slight differences, And it's true. English has more of that than lots of other languages. Sometimes unnecessarily so. Kuba, skąd ty pochodzisz?
Dziś jest ze mną Kuba, a skąd ty pochodzisz, Kuba?
Jestem z...
I'm gonna do it lazily.
z Zielonej Góry.
Czyli w rodzinie nie mówisz żadnym regionalnym językiem?
Nie, mówimy standardową polszczyzną w domu.
O, standardowo.
No płaszczyzną. Polszczyzną. O. Mocne. To jest mocne. I started hearing Cantonese versus Mandarin and I want to learn Cantonese. Good! You can hear the history of the Chinese language, of Chinese language. I don't know. Camila, you explained it. You explained it. I don't know how to explain about the history. Because Camila is a sinologist. Cantonese sounds like Vietnamese. I think Cantonese and Vietnamese and Thai all have similarities, but I can't tell which one sounds more like Cantonese. Lithuania is special, very true. Polszczyzną, ale interesujesz się tymi sprawami.
Polszczyzną, ale interesujesz się tymi sprawami.
Językami
Językami mniejszości, językami regionalnymi,
tak.
interesuję się.
Regionalnymi, tak. Interesuje się w miarę.
W miarę.
Czy ty masz akcent?
Każdy chyba
Trochę ma.
akcent. W polskim te akcenty nie są na pewno aż tak.
Actually, it's surprisingly good, the automatic captions. Pernicious implies irreparable harm done through evil or insidious, corrupting or undermining. Really? Huh. Yeah, that's what I got. Because pernicious, I mean, etymologically, it's more. I mean, it's more Latin, so it's more severe, more elevated. So maybe that translates to more a worse harm, irreparable harm. Maybe it's the same way how the French words in English are always the fancier ones. The similarity shows its history. Oh, do you know the history between Cantonese and the Southeast Asian languages? That's a really interesting one, but I'm not going to explain the whole thing right now. I think I did the other day. Not the whole history, but
Tak
parts of
bardzo
it. Tak może w niemieckim, albo nie wiem. Języki trochę
Nie wiem, w austriackim te języki trochę.
Więc trochę porównania, że
Trochę znam, więc mam trochę porównania, że w tych krajach
bardziej dokładnie słychać skąd ktoś pochodzi.
bardziej dokładnie słychać skąd ktoś pochodzi. W Polsce nie aż tak bardzo,
Jeszcze
ale
ale są różnice między tym, jak mówi moja rodzina, która mieszka przy ukraińskiej granicy, a jak mówimy my, a jak mówią ludzie z zachodniej granicy, więc minimalne, każdy ma akcent chyba jakiś. The Berlin dialect word for dit. That's such a weird comparison that came out of nowhere. There's a Vietnamese related language that has no Chinese influence. Really? What was it called for human? I never heard of that one. That's interesting. Is Cantonese and Mandarin similar? Why are they both considered one language as Chinese? No, that was the whole point of my video series. Language and dialects, it's purely political. There's conventions. I'm not just talking about like current politics, but like historical politics and current politics, and the former sort of creates the conventions. For example, the reason why we call it Chinese is because whether you speak Cantonese or Mandarin or Hokkien or Hakka or whatever, you write in standard Chinese. In the past, like more than a century ago, that was classical Chinese. Standard Chinese was classical Chinese, which is like the Latin of Chinese. But a century ago, standard Chinese became Mandarin, and that's why they are considered one language. but that's a result of this convention, and that convention is a result of the way Chinese people viewed like national unity back in the day. So it's all like lots of cause and effect. But yeah, and ever since they changed the standard language to Mandarin, it became a bit more pernicious, because now the power dynamic is not as equal. Because in the past it was like Mandarin, Cantonese, they're both dialects of classical Chinese or whatever that means. But now you can say people say Cantonese is a dialect of Mandarin. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, Hong Kong film. It was really good. There is a Cantonese learning Discord server that I'm in, and they watch old Hong Kong films together once in a while. Cantonese has a different word order to a certain extent. Sometimes it's different. Yeah, it's true. Yep, Camila, you prefer Cantonese. That's so cute. Thank you so much. I'm going to start editing my video with Camila soon, but maybe. I haven't, ever since I published this video, I feel like I'm on holiday now, because I should be doing my studies, but in terms of video editing, I'm just taking a break, even though I have a video coming up to edit. If you say one Chinese in an Asian studies department, you might get hurt. Really, I'm surprised. Oh wow, the automatic captions know easy Polish. They know to capitalize it. That's interesting. I think I've watched this video so many times that I don't even need to watch it in order to correct the subtitles. How do you balance your time between PhD and learning languages? I don't. That's horrible. Don't mention it. Otherwise, my supervisor might see this. So I'm not going to talk about it. Shh. What is that dialect everyone hates because it's difficult to understand from? Wenzhouese, yeah, that's the one. That is the one. Here's 100 for you. And it's the dialect of Wu, which a dear friend of mine, speaks natively. I went to a conference about languages in like academic studies last year, just before I went to Lithuania, and then I think there were only 2 talks that weren't about science, and one was mine, and the other one was hers, and she talks about her native tongue. I think she's from Suzhou, and she speaks Wu, which is in her dialect it's pronounced venu, and I found that really interesting. Like, imagine having the combination of sounds vn in a Chinese language. You will be learning Wenzhouese as well. Oh my god, Mizu, you're going hard and all that. That's amazing. Just FYI, if you want to learn Wenzhouese, it is on Glossica, and it is free on Glossica, I think. Okay, I can't promise, but it is on Glossica. And I thought about it, but like again, for me it's about having motivation. I don't know anyone who speaks it.
Odcinkach, ale to gdzieś zostaje i niektórzy nie, mam wrażenie,
Że nie włączałem sobie filtra, że to jest tak, że ona mówi niechlujnie albo niepoprawnie, albo celowo. What?
bo celowo się nie stara, tylko po prostu, ale to gdzieś zostaje i niektórzy nie, mam wrażenie, nie włączają sobie filtra, że to nie jest tak, że ona mówi niechlujnie, albo niepoprawnie, albo celowo się nie stara, tylko po prostu z tym się urodziłam, tak się...
Tam mi to zostało, a twoim... That's lowercase. I'll go now. Oh, hey, Haribra. I thought you were gone because I mentioned Lithuanian and didn't really didn't respond. You didn't met a single Vietnamese person in Poland. What the heck? Do you never go to like Asian restaurants? Oh, love it. definitely learn the weird one. Pronouncing Yao Yin Yang. Oh, is it because of the you talk about the re? Oh, it's funny, by the way. This is a fun fact. In Hong Kong, when we learn Mandarin in school, we learn to pronounce the R as a re, like the English R. But apparently, when foreigners learn it, like when here in Poland, for example, when they learn Mandarin, they learn the R as a zh, zhen. Do you learn the R as a zh as well, Camila, in Czechia? Because we always learned it like the English R, and it's so different from sometimes how I speak it. Czy się goda po śląsku? To są dwie różne rzeczy. Ja nie umiem godać. Umiem
się godo po śląsku. To są dwie różne rzeczy i ja nie umiem godać. Umiem...
A goda.
That was me. O, godać, czyli gadać po śląsku. Okej. Czyli mówić po śląsku. Ja potrafię przynajmniej jedno słowo. No, what does that mean?
A godać, czyli
Godać.
gadać
Tak,
po śląsku.
czyli
Okej.
mówić po śląsku.
No,
Ja
czyli
potrafię...
Okej. Czyli znasz przynajmniej jedno słowo. Ja tak mam pojedyncze słowa. Potrafię je wpleść, żeby...
Jedno słowo.
Tak, znam pojedyncze słowa, potrafię je wpleść, żeby w to, co mówię, żeby brzmieć trochę po śląsku.
Żeby brzmieć trochę po śląsku. Potrafię zrozumieć ludzie, którzy mówią po śląsku, tak w 70% mam. Wait, how do I... Shit. That one. If you say this in Cantonese, Yao Yun Yan. Okay. Speaking of the movie, watch Twins. What is Twins Effect? Tell me more. What's that movie? Tell me about it. Godot. So, gadać po śląsku. It's a given way of speaking. Yeah. That I got that impression. See, I got one perspective by talking to people about Silesian in Silesia, right? But then I post a video and look at the comments. I see the other perspective, and it's very vehement. I can see everything. You recommend a lot of Cantonese audio only material? Pimsla, maybe. I have a friend who's married to a European who is learning Cantonese right now, and he uses Pimsla. Haven't tried it myself. Obviously, I'm not paid, and I can't really confirm it's good. But my friend says it's good, so maybe that you could try that. Just a suggestion. What?
Mam wrażenie, jak ktoś naprawdę tak godo już tylko po śląsku, ale to
brzmi zupełnie inaczej, że właśnie trochę inne słuchy, tak się mówi, bo niemiecko nie łatwiej dobrze pewnie, to nie jest też słów, które pochodzą z niemieckiego, ale to naprawdę jest duża różnica, czy ktoś mówi po polsku z lekkim śląskim akcentem, czy jest naprawdę, what?
po polsku,
Czy
po
się
polsku z lekkim śląskim akcentem, czy ktoś naprawdę godo po śląsku.
Wieloetniczny.
Okay, skip to the... Yeah, there we go. Godać, jak jest... Jak sobie rzadko pomyliłem. Mocniejszy śląski akcent i używałem...
dziadkowie mają jeszcze mocniejszy śląski
Aha.
akcent i używają, nie godoją typowo.
Okej. Nie godoją. Nie godoją, tylko po polsku używają bardzo dużo liczby. Szlofy mówią to, że bardzo po polsku jest żeby nimi, oni są bardzo śląskim rejestrze. Po prostu w kontakcie z nim, czy ty jesteś w stanie po prostu zmieniać. W zależności od tego, I made a grammatical mistake here. It should be w zależności od tego. Nice stream, gotta go. Oh, come back sometime. I'm doing this pretty frequently. I don't know why. I just feel like it. Thank you for being here. In some transcriptions, it's transcribed as a je. I knew it. Yeah, Jinmin. But when you learnt it, it's something between R and a je. Does that mean it's the Czech weird R? Maybe you could just use the thingy. Use audio. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, don't rely on comparisons, unless you're Polish, because Mandarin and Polish has a shit ton of sounds in common. It's crazy. It's like unimaginable. All the sh, ch, all of that. It's crazy. I don't know why. They just happen to have similar sounds. Mizu, I think you need to prioritize. You can't learn everything at once. No, I wouldn't say je is more Taiwanese. If you speak Taiwanese, it would be more like the like a yeah, like the Taiwanese or in Taiwanese transcription that's called it's a J. It's a like the or the it is kind of, it depends on the dialect, but it's not a je for sure. Gadasz tak, ale to what? Nie jestem w stanie tego robić.
To tak zmieniać swój akcent w zależności od z kim ty gadasz.
Tak, ale to nie jestem.
Ale to nie jestem w stanie tego zrobić. Nie, przykład jak ktoś mówi, ej, a weź pogodoj co Joe. That sentence I just had no idea.
Zrobić na przykład, jak ktoś mi powie, ej, a weź pogodę i coś dziołcha.
Joha. Is that the? I can only guess. I don't know what that was. It's a Salesian word. Po śląsku tak. To tak znaczy, wiesz, powiedz dziewczyno coś po śląsku. Nie umiem tego zrobić tak jak. I can Google it. Dziewczyna po śląsku. Joha. Oh, right, there you go. I found it. It's Joha. Joha. At some point, Cantonese is way before Mandarin. Yes, fair enough. You can have like a wish list. I'm not saying you can't. I mean, I have a wish list. It's just that quite a few. I think I talked about this last stream. So quite a few of my wish list items have become reality. Not to a good level, but I have started learning things that are on my wish list. Na zawołanie, I think. Yeah. Ale jestem.
Mogę zrobić tak na zawołanie, ale jak jestem w grupie śląskojęzycznej, która bardziej zaciąga.
W grupie śląskojęzycznej, która bardziej zaciąga, to jestem w stanie do nich troszkę dopasować, jak mi się wydaje, przynajmniej. Odpowiada tam. Teraz aktualnie śląski jest dość gorący od zawsze język śląski był uznawany bardziej jako dialekt, natomiast no. Are you a native Czech speaker? Yes. Oh, I know. I'm sure there's like a lot of Vietnamese people as well.
Dialekt. Natomiast teraz jest inicjatywa.
Teraz jest inicjatywa ustanowienia języka śląskiego językiem regionalnym.
Ustanowienia języka śląskiego.
Ja. Tak jak język kaszubski, to ma wpływ na codzienne życie na Śląsku, ponieważ z takich
co ma wpływ na codzienne życie na Śląsku.
Is that a show?
Ponieważ z takich chyba najbardziej widocznych
zmian możliwe to chociażby używać dwóch języków na znakach i na nazwach ulic, ale też używanie tego języka w urzędach państwowych. w szkołach, więc jest to ważne. Czy teraz szybki jest? Yep. That was me. I asked stupid questions. Can you tell me about what that show? Oh, it's a Czech show. Is it? What is it? What kind of show is it? Is it like a drama show? A game show? What is it? Oficjalne. I think uznawane.
Oficjalnie uznawane jako...
Yeah, that was my awkward pronunciation. Uznawane. Uznawane jako język, ale śląski nie. Jest od dawna. Nie jestem w stanie powiedzieć od kiedy. Śląski jest oficjalnie, wydaje mi się, że jest dialektem, więc nie ma rangi podstawowej języka, którego na przykład używano w języku. Dlaczego twoim zdaniem, jeżeli miałbym obstawiać, jest to z tym, że Śląsk zawsze czuł się bardzo odrębnie od Polski, miałoby na celu zatrzymanie tych, no nie chciałbym powiedzieć niepodległościowych, ale takich automatycznych ruchów Śląska. Może dlatego dbano się o to. Dbano. There's a big Vietnamese community. Dziewucha. What is dziewucha? What is dziewucha? I've seen the word dziewucha, but I never heard it said. Czech show on mermaids. What? Like, are you talking about like actual fantasy mermaids or what? Yes, I've seen an English language reality show about mermaiding, which is a very different thing.
Autonomicznych ruchów Śląska.
Oh, okay. That was a new sentence. Tylko nie się przeprowadzał Katowice, wydaje mi się, że tam jest jeszcze Śląski, Park Śląski, jeszcze Muzeum Śląskie, wydaje mi się, że tutaj to tego, że są Ślązakami. Na pewno dla tego inaczej. Jest to dla mnie przywiązanie, jest sentyment, ale nie wiem. No i lubię tak mówić, że jestem dumny z tego, z czego nie mam do czego wpływu na to. Jeśli się tu urodziłem, to po prostu wyszło i tak sobie to i dobrze się to czuję. Ludzie lubią ludziom opowiadać o tym, jak tutaj jest, ale mam wrażenie, że takie mówienie, że jest dumnym, że się skądś pochodzi, jest takie zawsze na wyrost, bo jakby nie mieliśmy tego chciało, bo tak po prostu wyszło i już pewnie. What?
I już. Pewnie są.
Okay, pewnie są osoby. Not osy. it transcribed osoby to osy, which is wasps. Wasps. It is water people. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I used to hear Jocha. What? That's interesting. Yeah. No. When Justina said Jocha, I was completely like, what the fuck? It's the same as it happened exactly like in the Swabian episode, the first episode where I went to Schwabenland, talked to Linda about Schwäbisch. She. And at the very beginning, she just busted out an entire sentence in Schwäbisch, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Oh, what did she say? To something nicht gewachsen ist. Man schwätzt halt einfach so, wenn the Gosche. I think it means the mouth, and then gewachsen ist. It's pretty cool. But yeah, they just throw that at me, and I so in the subtitles I just have a question mark.
Są osoby, które powiedziałyby, że tak, są
powiedziałyby,
dumne z tego,
że powiedziałyby, że tak, jestem dumny z...
są Ślązakami.
No oczywiście.
I już. Pewnie są osoby, które powiedziałyby, że tak, są dumne z tego, że są.
Tak, są dumne, że są Ślązakami, oczywiście.
Ślązakami.
No oczywiście, że się to różni.
Oczywiście, że się to różni. W sensie dziocha jest różnie przy innych, ludzie nie wiedzą nawet, że jest to śląski, po prostu dziewucha, taką jak dziocha. Nie wiedząc, że to śląski wtedy. Oh, interesting. I learn things from you guys. Guys, teach me more things. I want to learn like random fun facts about different languages. This one. Szukałem śladów tego
A ja
języka.
poza tym też szukałem śladów tego śląskiego języka.
What the fuck is once? Śląskiego języka. Przez całe tydzień, ale ja niczego nie wiedziałem. Nie jechałeś śląskimi tramwajami? No, what am I doing? Tramwajami? Zapowiedziami po śląsku, albo przez jakiś czas były, ale nie wiem, czy one dalej jeżdżą, już dawno niczego nie wiedziałem. What does your language wish list look like? I tried to open it the other day on the stream, but I don't know, I couldn't log in. It was on an old to-do app that I used to use, but I don't anymore. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it and see if I can find it again. Because I'm migrated. Oh my god! What the hell? Oh, that's so annoying to sign in. I hate Microsoft so much. When I migrated to another to-do list app, I think I forgot to migrate this one. So, oopsie. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Oh. What? This one. Stay signed in. Okay, let's do this. Germany. Why are you talking about Germany? Let's see. I'm not showing you the whole thing, but I will try to look for it. I'm gonna read it to you. Let's see. I had Hebrew, which I've learned. Swedish, I've learned. I had Tagalog and Thai. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that. I put Thai on my wish list and then I forgot about it. But then I got interested in Thai for different reasons. I had Kazakh, which I've also learned a bit of a long time ago, but I forgot everything. Croatian, I tried a bit. Japanese, since I was a kid, basically. Minnan, which is Hokkien, I speak it now. Lithuanian, I've learnt it. Armenian is on there. Maybe I'll get there someday. Polish, done. German, no, that's not it. Russian, I've learnt it to some extent. Now I understand it. Dutch, I also understand it. Norwegian, I understand it because I know Swedish. I had Czech on there. Portuguese. Did I have Portuguese on there? Portuguese is the if I were to learn a new Romance language, it would be Portuguese. Hello everyone. Welcome to the chat. Give me a like, by the way. Everyone who's here, like the stream right now if you haven't done it yet. Irish. Finnish. I don't know who was learning Finnish. I forgot who was learning. Awesome Cat was learning Finnish. I don't know if they're still here, but I had Finnish on there. This is a list from a long time ago, like when I was in undergrad. Icelandic, I've also learned some, and Shanghainese / Wonjonese. See, like you, Misa, it is on there. Yeah. So Irish is also interesting. Ciekawe, pytamy się, że jestem słyszałem po prostu trochę częściej pod dewucha, brzmi trochę możliwe, trochę do wybracji bardziej fancy word, natomiast wczyna. That's interesting. There's no Euskara. Maybe it will end up on there because apparently lots of people who are enthusiastic about Welsh are also enthusiastic about Euskara. Basque. When you decide to learn Thai, watch Ready, Set, Love. Should I put that on the list somewhere? Maybe, you know what? If you put, I'm just gonna use you as my reminder right now. It means that all the shows and everything that you recommended, put it in the comments under the stream. You're like this one's just chat, right? But after the stream, there's gonna be a comment section, and you put it there. How is Easy Cantonese doing? Long story short, they're not. Okay, two things. I'm speaking for the company, right? And there shouldn't be, but there's nobody doing that right now, and they are not taking new teams because it takes a lot of time to train new teams because you need to get them to comply with the brand. So there's a lot of work, and they're not focusing on that right now. They're focusing more on the existing teams. But I just putting out there, I would love to do it in Manchester because I think it's very doable. But also, I think they say it's not. They would not prefer that you do the language outside of the country where it's spoken. So maybe it's not happening, but if it's possible, maybe I would love to do it. I would also love to do Easy Welsh at some point because it already exists. And I know Marian. I've taken lessons with Marian, who hosts Easy Welsh. I don't know any Portuguese, but it is the one that I would like more than other ones. You would try Spanish. Oh my god, that's the one I wouldn't. I'm not saying anymore. The last stream was the one where I pissed off everyone. This is not the one. I'm not going to piss off anyone today. Where am I? Bywały. A poza tym, czy wiecie, czy słychać ten język? What?
Ale były.
Ale były. Czy jeśli godasz
W ogóle w codziennym życiu, jeśli nie godasz.
W publicznej przestrzeni tego się chyba
słyszy mniej. Czasami jako ciekawostkę, bardziej albo gdzieś. Ale wydaje mi się, że to ma to po prostu tak bardzo praktyczny powód, a to, że tutaj w tym regionie mieszka też dużo ludzi, którzy przyjechali z innych części Polski. Who of you guys speak other Romance languages? Sound off in the chat. Because I basically only know French. I've done some Spanish and Italian in university, but that's I don't consider myself to speak them. But then I went to Portugal last year, and I really enjoyed Portuguese. I have a very dear friend who speaks it. It's because it's more difficult. Oh my god. Okay. You want to get in touch with the indigenous languages. I think for me, I'm more interested in Portugal. Basically, it's just because I have a friend there. Yeah, friends are important to me. Przez moje rodzinie ze wschodu, tutaj jeden wujek przyjechał po prostu za pracą, ja mam bardzo ogromny szpitalu. Jednym z się tutaj po prostu mówić, że I'm getting lazier and lazier. I'm just checking the words and that's it. Wait, what? Did you change your username? What the heck just happened? Recommend shows with Cantonese audio and Cantonese subtitles. If you want Cantonese subtitles, definitely go to the Refold Cantonese Discord server because they are working on adding Cantonese subtitles to TV shows. I think mostly anime, but it's a thing that is ongoing. They asked me to help out, and I tried to, but then I couldn't squeeze the work in. Just as me. Nigdy wiesz, czy nigdy nie wiesz, czy ktoś zrozumie, czy jest zawsze bezpieczny po prostu tak, czy tak wtedy po prostu szukam różnych ludzi, to polski jest wspólnym językiem, jasne, że to wtrącić się, że to słówko, to mogę sobie pozwolić, że chyba, że tak w kontekście po prostu nie wiadomo, czy ktoś używa, że have you used UTalk at all? I have a funny story of UTalk, okay? So every year at the Polyglot gathering, the UTalk people show up and they run like quizzes and fun events, and they do talks. And 2 years ago in Poland in 2022, me and a friend of mine won the big quiz. So show off here. We won the quiz at the Polyglot gathering, and then they said we would get a year of U-Talk for free. And then they were like, they would contact me, and then at some point they said we should contact them, and then like we just didn't bother to do it. So we forgot about the whole thing. But I still remember that was a thing that was supposed to happen, but I never got the free year. So I still haven't tried it.
Oficjalne uznawanie tych regionalnych języków, czy dialektów, czy coś jest ważne.
Jasne, że tak.
Jasne. I think we need an extra one here. Jasne, że tak.
Promowanie każdej kultury.
Why is it missing? What the heck?
Promowanie. Jasne, że tak.
Promowanie.
Promowanie każdej kultury, każdych rzeczy innych jest fajne. Jeżeli
rzeczy innych. Oh wait. Jest fajne.
Rzeczy innych jest fajne.
I mamy w Polsce takie dwa języki. Odrębne są. Mamy przykład innej baczki, ale w Warszawie jest bardzo duża mniejszość. 11, ja to jest świetna sprawa. Dbanie o polskich wiadomczyków, nie potrzebuje się w Polsce, to jest sprawa fajna sprawa społeczności jest benefitem dla dwóch stron i dla polskiej, na przykład mniejszości śląskiej, która ma stosować z językiem, wydaje mi się, że język tradycyjny jest udrozowany, bo to jest
Przykład w nazwach ulic jest ważna.
You change it to Fantasy. If they get U-Talk because of the Indigenous language exclusive. Oh my god, yeah, tell me more. What do they have over there? What Discord server? I think you will have to go through the Refold Central server, but try to go to Refold. I'm quite neutral about Refold itself, but the Cantonese community under Refold is really great. You go to Refold, and then they will give you a link through the Refold server to join the Refold Cantonese server, where there's a great community, people chat and share things, and natives help people out. And currently they're working on adding Cantonese subtitles to things, so I recommend it. It's one of the very few servers I actually frequent, because I can't spend time in too many servers. Bo już nie powstał, ale jeżeli powstanie oficjalny słownik, na przykład ale trzeba być I think that the automatic captions are surprisingly good.
Bez względu na ciebie.
Ale to ja myślę, że bez problemu. Tak jakby, może nie gadałabym tak jak oni, ale wydaje mi się, że...
Nie gadałabym tak jak oni. Oczywiście, to byłaby dosyć naturalna sytuacja. Oczywiście dałabyś sobie radę. Tak, no. My pronunciation is not great. I feel like there's more errors when it comes to my Polish. Vietnamese is so difficult. Oh. Well, look at how the sim is doing. He's doing well. Okay, guys, I'm a bit tired of this one. I'm gonna come back to this later on. I'm gonna do some actual studying right now because otherwise I'm never gonna do any studying. So I'm gonna save draft. And yeah, I'm gonna do my actual studying now, as I promised in the stream after 1.5 hours. Who else is still here? 4 Human is here. Camila is here. Who else is around? Ludwig, maybe? I don't know. I think there was some... Oh, Mizu, you have learned Welsh before, right? But you're not learning now. So this is going to be my Welsh time. Voila. What am I going to do? I'm going to check out the stuff that I didn't finish the last 2 streams because I didn't have the time to. I do want to thoroughly go through the book. I've done that. Oh, there's a listening thingy. Let me put this here. Śląski sounds nice and a bit harder than other Polish dialects, which is ironic considering you're Czech. Isn't it supposed to be more similar? That reminds me, a long time ago, before when I knew very little about Polish, I had a friend from a polyglot gathering again, who is from like almost the Polish-Czech border. Now they're in Kraków, and then and then they told me at home they speak a thing that is a bit different from Polish. Back then I had no idea about Polish, like regional languages. Now I know some things, so maybe I'll talk to them again about this. Maybe I should show them the video. That's what I should do. I'm gonna send it to them. I forgot the name of the area though. It's like almost in Czechia. I forgot the name. Next episode on Kaszubski. I would love to, because I have a personal bias, because I really love I love the Baltic Sea and all the places around the Baltic Sea. So I really liked the Trójmiasto, the northern cities as well in Poland, where Kaszubski is spoken. And actually, I'm subscribed to like a couple of channels where people teach Kashubian. To me, I think right now it just sounds funny. It's because it has way too many where sounds, but it's cute. It's cute. And then if I don't know, I might learn it someday. But then I have the rule against learning similar languages, so I have to be really good at Polish before I start any other Slavic language. But I would love to make a video about Kaszubski if I find someone to talk to. But I think it might be similar to Silesian, because they function under a similar environment, right? The general Polish culture and the general attitude towards regional languages, even though officially Kashubian is more recognized than Silesian. Just FYI, by the way, in the video we were talking about how Silesian had been recently recognized as a language. That was outdated, because that was a time I filmed the video at the time when the parliament passed the bill to recognize Silesian. So everyone in every interviewee in the video was saying, "Oh yeah, it was recently recognized." And then after we filmed it, the dear old Polish president vetoed it, so it didn't go through. they thought it was gonna go through, so that part of the video is not accurate anymore. The way the simp speaks Vietnamese, yeah, he definitely needs. I don't know. My ears are better tuned to Vietnamese, I assume, because I'm Cantonese. But it's quite interesting. Yeah, future husband and everything. And you will learn Uzbek. Really? Uzbek is great. I think a friend of mine sent me a video in Uzbek today. And I actually had trouble figuring out what language that was, because it just sounded Turkic to me. What was that? Ined now. Yeah. I I couldn't figure out what language that was. Is that like Nunosk? Jäger tillbaka. I mean, it's funny. I understood it without knowing what language that was. I feel like it happens to me in certain languages. Like I can understand it without even realizing what language. It sounds more similar in Czech in phonology. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, tell me more. Have you like looked into it? Because honestly, even if I have made a video about Silesian, the video was more about like the societal aspect of it, which is what I'm mainly interested in. Like when people talk to me about linguistics, like I talked to some linguists at university the other day. I tell them, well, for one, I'm not a linguist. I'm not trained at all. But I'm interested in linguistics, and specifically, I'm interested in social linguistics. So that's sort of what the video was mainly about. But we spent very little time talking about what the language actually is like. So and I haven't spent much time looking into that either. So I don't know much about it, but I would love to. I tried to read some when I was in a museum, and there was some stuff in Silesian. As you can see in the video, you can listen to stuff in Silesian in the museum, but I didn't have much time. It was a pretty hurried, yeah. Beeilt. I've every language except English. Yeah, it was, the trip was mostly in a hurry because I was there for a good like 5 days or 5 nights or something. But we spent like half of it working on Easy Polish podcast things. Speaking of which, Erin, have you listened to the Super Easy Polish podcast? Yours truly. I work on it. I'm the one like making the podcast. So if you're learning Polish or you want to listen to Polish, listen to the Super Easy Polish podcast. Anyway, so they made me film lots of stuff for the channel and for everything. And then we spent like an evening, like several hours working on some sound effects and everything. So like half of my trip was just working, which is fair because I got to stay there for free. But then I actually spent very little time actually sightseeing. So I didn't do things like go to Zakopane, where basically everyone who visits Katowice goes to Zakopane. So yeah. Russia still won't recognize Ainu. Oh, well, I mean, Russia is Russia. So what can I say? I'm trying to see what is it. I think it might be Chechen, but I can't recall very well. But it could very well be Chechen because I kojarzę, I recognize the name. Yeah, sort of that area near. I think yeah. I'm gonna ask my friend, and I'm gonna send them the video, but probably. It's wild. I can't believe I've known them for so long because I met them back in the Polyglot gathering in 2016, which is 8 years ago. Oh yeah, you should go to bed. Yeah, okay, good night. Dobranoc. Ciao tao. I found it, by the way, if you're still here, Camila. It's a Ustroń, which is... Where's Chechen? Oh, so not quite Chechen, but it's Ustroń, which is near. You hope mainland China will not attack Vietnam. I don't know. Do they have a thing with Vietnam? I have no idea. Tell me more. Make this political. Yes. Add more fire to the stream. How many people are here now? 5 people. Let's make this. Yeah. I think it's because this stream started like over the background of me having released my new video and talking about like minority languages, and then it slowly gets political. So tell me what is China doing with Vietnam? Because actually I honestly don't know much about the relationship between them. For all I know about China. I'm gonna do some listening now while you tell me the story.
broblemau annwyl anti-Mair yn dechrau. Bod yr rhaglen ymlaen rwan.
Yn anffodus, Carol, mae anti-Mair yn dal ar ei gwyliau. Dwi'n dda am roi cyngor hefyd.
Gyda phob parch, Robin. Dwi ddim yn medru rhoi cyngor i mi am hyn.
O sut wyt ti'n gwybod beth yw'r broblem?
Wel, Robin, dwi'n mynd i gael babi mewn 2 wythnos, a dwi'n diodde o ddiffyg cwsg ofnadwy.
Mae'n ddrwg gen i glywed hynny, Carol. Pam da chi ddim yn medru cysgu ta?
Mae babi yn gwasgu yn erbyn fy asgwrn cerni, a dwi'n deffro tua 5 gwaith bob nos. Mae anti-Mair wedi sôn o'r blaen am ffyrdd i helpu merched i gysgu pan maen nhw'n mynd i gael babi yn ddian. Da chi'n medru helpu efo hyn, Robin? Pam da chi'n pesychu, Robin?
Wel, dwi ddim wedi cael babi, wrth gwrs.
Yn union.
Ond tasa hi yma, mi fysa hi'n deud wrtho ti am gael bath poeth cyn mynd i'r gwely. Yfe diod o lefrith poeth a mel.
Wel, diolch am eich help, Robin.
Croeso. Barod i helpu bob amser. Reit, y gan nesa. Wi am gerdd hyfryd gan Sian James i helpu babi i gysgu.
What? What? Hwyan gerdd. Dwi'n dioddef o ddiffyg cwsg. Why am I listening to music now? That's so weird. I'm gonna mute it in case it's like copyrighted or some shit. What? I'm just listening to the music now. What is the point? That is so random. Okay, well, I'm gonna read the chat. Oh, classic. Classic. Yeah. Whatever that is. I'm gonna listen again. That is so weird.
Helo, pwy sy'n siarad?
Helo, Carol sy'n na.
Bore da, Carol. Sut oedd y penwythnos?
Ofnadwy. Ond, a deud y gwir, dwi ddim isio siarad efo chi, Robin. Dwi isio cyngor gan anti-Mair. Pryd mae'r rhaglen broblemau annwyl anti-Mair yn dechrau? Ro'n i'n meddwl bod yr rhaglen ymlaen rwan.
Yn anffodus, Carol, mae anti-Mair yn dal ar ei gwyliau.
Roi cyngor
hefyd?
Gyda phob parch, Robin, da chi ddim yn medru rhoi cyngor i mi am hyn.
O sut wyt ti'n gwybod beth yw'r broblem?
Wel, Robin, dwi'n mynd i gael babi mewn 2 wythnos, a dwi'n diodde o ddiffyg cwsg ofnadwy.
Mae'n ddrwg gen i glywed hynny, Carol. Pam da chi ddim yn medru cysgu?
Mae babi yn gwasgu yn erbyn fy asgwrn cerni, a dwi'n deffro tua 5 gwaith bob nos. Mae anti-Mair wedi sôn o'r blaen am ffyrdd i helpu merched i gysgu pan maen nhw'n mynd i gael babi yn ddian. Da chi'n medru helpu efo hyn, Robin? Pam da chi'n pesychu, Robin?
Wel, dwi ddim wedi cael babi, wrth gwrs.
Yn union.
Ond tasa hi yma, mi fysa hi'n deud wrtho ti am gael bath poeth cyn mynd i'r gwely. Yfe diod o lefrith poeth a mel.
Wel, diolch am eich help.
Croeso. Barod i helpu bob amser. Reit, y gan nesa. Wi am gerdd hyfryd gan Sian.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear this one. That's weird. I missed this one. Anyway, they're nowhere as entitled as mainlanders. You know what a friend of mine keeps saying, the US and China are just two sides of the same coin. They are similar in many ways. Oh my god, I've got too many windows now. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this one. Okay. What else am I doing? Oh yeah, last time I wanted to do this card game thing, where I asked people for like a poker card, and then I would answer a question, but nobody did it. So, not doing that this time. Oh look, my book is actually falling apart again. The pages are coming out. So freaking annoying. So yeah, let me know. Okay, people who are still here, let me know if you want to do the card game thing with me and listen to me speak Welsh. But if nobody wants to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Diddordeba. Edrych ar fideo ac sgwyn frawddeg am diddordeba a trio bobl sydd yn y fideo. That's boring. Os o'n i byth yn gwneud hynny, dwi'n fydd wrth y modd yn gwneud hynny. Edrychwch yn y lluniau yma a mwynhau eu hunain yn Chymru. Oh, well, let's look at what. Yeah, he's just very they're just very enthusiastic about Vietnamese. Not Vietnamese though. Okay, what are these? Let me see what are these activities. Let's see if I can. I can't really see very well what activities these are, to be honest. Where's my pencil? Okay. Chwarae golf. No, please don't break things. Come on, be good. Just, yeah. Chwarae golf. Chwarae. I don't see any chwarae golf anywhere. Snorklo mewn coarse. Oh my god, why are they specifically snorkeling in a bog? That sounds like a horrible place to put your head underwater. That's insane. Sgrwsio efo ffrindiau mewn tafarn. Yep. This one is efo. Oh, my handwriting is shit today. I had a dream last night where I impressed some people with my handwriting in Welsh. That was good times. I guess it's now a time where most Europeans are just in bed now. It's a bit late to be fair. I think I've done streams where I started at like 8:30 and then finish at 11, and it is quite. Oh, there are too many ads. Sorry, that's just how YouTube runs, I guess. You can wow. The car obsession. See, that's the reason I can't imagine ever living in the States. I would suck even just to be there. Don't tell language simp. But yeah, I wonder if there would be any people in like the Americas who show up at this hour, because that makes sense. That's the time zones. Some may come back and demand all those changes. What? Oh, that's horrible. Where is a castle? Oh, maybe this one's a castle. Yeah. I'm trying to write nicely. You know, in this day and age, we just don't handwrite enough anymore. So my handwriting sucks now. It's just so funny that I had a dream about a handwriting. Dringo mynydd. Dringo. Is it Dringo or Dringo? That's the question. Where are you from, by the way, Mitze, if you don't mind me asking? It's Dringo. No good. Dringo mynydd. Oh, by the way, since you're fans of Vietnamese, Welsh also has words that start with a ng, and I really like that. But I guess some English speakers struggle with starting a word with a ng. Do you know one of the worst languages to try to learn because of the resources? I know lots of languages are horrible to learn because of the lack of resources. So, I respect people who do learn those languages because my best friend also learned some small languages. But for me, I don't have enough motivation to do one of those. So I stick to ones that, even though they're small, they have a decent amount of resources. Gwylio game bêl-droed view. Which one is it? Do you think this is a football game? Oh, this is a football game. There we go. Gwylio game bêl-droed view. Mynd i'r traeth. Mynd. That's the traeth. Rafftio dŵr gwyn. What the fuck is rafftio? What? I had no idea what whitewater rafting. Whitewater rafting. What is it? Let's discover this together. Like, what am I looking at? Why is it called white water? Why is it white? Is it because of the foam? And I can read it in Welsh as well. Why is that? What? Why is that Cymraeg and then Deutsch and then English US? That's so weird. Okay, it goes to the homepage. That's fine. River Trewedyn National White. Oh, is it just that? So it's just raft. Oh, Llangollen. Hey, I know this place. I've been here. I've been here 2 times. I recommend it, by the way. I really love this place. It's so beautiful. I love that river so much. It's called the River Dyfrdwy, I think. Dyfrdwy. Llangollen. Oh, love the scenes in Wales. Anyway, where was I? So, Rafftio dŵr gwyn would be this one. Hindi is one of the worst because of English contamination. This debatable. I mean, in a sense, that's just how the language works. So if you want to speak like a native, you speak like you use all the English as well. Oh, the pages are all coming off. Oh, it's terrible. Rafftio dŵr gwyn. But I do know, yeah, they code mix quite a lot. I mean, we code mix a lot as well. And then Welsh people code mix a lot. It's just, yeah. I'm not going to say I'm a fan of that either. It's not very. If you check out my previous stream, there was a part, I think near the end. I timestamped it where I talked about the code mixing. Nofio yn amor ym mis Rhagfyr. Which one is? How am I supposed to know which one is winter swimming? Rhagfyr. Ymlacio mewn spa. This one is spa. I know what spa is. Ymlacio mewn spa. With Hindi, I have a lot of stuff in Hindi, but there were English sentences. Like entire sentences. Oh, that's exactly like when I was learning Taiwanese. You try to watch people speak Taiwanese on TV, they will randomly switch into Mandarin, and then it's funny. It's like suddenly they realize, oh, why am I speaking Mandarin? And then they bam switch back to Taiwanese. It's just there's a trigger somewhere in their heads. I mean, I'm sure if you want to move to Vietnam, like it's very possible. It's not like a very closed country, and I know people who move to Thailand and all that, and they actually integrate with the culture, not just being expats. But to be fair, there are a lot of expats in that part of the world. Mynd I gig mawr. I love how they have to put gig in quotes, because if you don't put it in quotes, it just means it's meat. You go to meat, like the meat that you eat if you're not vegetarian. Cerdded llwybr arfordir. Where is llwybr arfordir? I hate flipping pages on this freaking thing. I guess this one. Cerdded llwybr arfordir. Arfordir. Nofio yn y no. Neidio o glocwyn. This one for sure. What? No, wait. Which one? Oh, I get it now. This one is winter swimming because they're in Santa Claus costumes. That's why it's winter. Oh my god. And okay. So this one is climbing, right? This one is jumping. Neidio o glocwyn. This one is dringo munud. I did the thing again. I wrote a U instead of a Y. Curated resources. You can clean sentences. I see. Yeah. I guess it would be harder to start if all the resources are like mixed like that. Haven't tried it, but maybe you can ask my mate DJ who's on Instagram. Like he did a talk at the Polyglot Gathering about Hindi, so maybe he knows a thing or two. Nofio yn y môr ym mis Rhagfyr. Nofio yn y môr ym mis Rhagfyr. Gwylio adar, look at birds. That one I know. Oh wait, is this playing golf? That's not golf. That's just chilling out in the sun. This is extremely confusing, but okay. Ymweld ag amgueddfa. So what Hindi reminds me of trying to learn some Burmese. Oh yeah, you've done Burmese as well. And they're in domestic war. Oh, of course. Well, does that? I mean, just to be, I sound a bit cynical, but like, how does that affect your language learning if they're in domestic war? The work that was done in China will be spread out. They don't want to make the same mistake again. What? Oh, I get what you're talking about. Okay. Maybe this is chwarae golf. It's like whiplash. I'm moving between like leisure activities and then like people talking about domestic wars. Wait, so which one? No, this is winter swimming. This one is... Wait, which one did I miss? What did I miss? But this one is seaside, golf, snorklo, sgwrsio, ymweld â chastell, dringo mynydd, gwylio gêm berdroed, mynd i'r traeth. Okay, so this one is cerdded llwybr arfordir. And then this one will be mynd i'r traeth. Okay, now I'm going to talk about if I want to do these activities. That is the question. So, faswn i byth yn gwneud hynny, okay, go to the beach. Are you guys beach people? I feel like most people are beach people. I just hate beaches. So, faswn i byth yn mynd i'r traeth, achos dwi'n casau tywod, mae'n tywod, not tywod. Dwi'n casau tywod, mae o'n arw, Wait, I need a dictionary. Okay. No. Okay, I don't know in the synonyms. Mae o'n arw ac yn mynd I bob man. I hate sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it goes everywhere. Dwi'n casau tywod. Mae o'n arw, mae o'n gras ac yn mynd I bob man. That's I'm gonna practice this this sentence. That's such an important sentence. Okay. I mean, I'm sure you know the meme, right? Yeah, the sand meme. Dwi'n casau tywod. Mae o'n arw yn gras. Mae o'n arw yn gras ac yn mynd I bob man. How was the polyglot conference? I go to the gathering. The conference is a different thing, but they're similar. I go to the gathering. It's pretty fun. You mainly meet people, hang out. There are talks to learn things from. Usually I don't bother as much with the talks because I'm busy meeting friends. I think at this point I've been there so many times that I just sort of have too many people to say hi to. But yeah, and there's some leisure activities as well, like karaoke and everything. It's fun. See, mi faswn i wrth y modd yn ymweld yna. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld a chastell. Mi faswn I need to practice. I need to internalize the structure of the language. So I need to practice this a bit more. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld a chastell. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld a chastell. I would be excited to visit a castle. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn... Oh, no, I'm going to give reasons because I'm more advanced than this. So I'm going to say... I said I hate sand. Dwi'n casau mynd i'r traeth ac dwi'n casau'r haul hefyd. Dwi ddim yn hoffi I'm thinking Polish right now, shit. Dwi ddim yn hoffi teimlad yr heilwen ar fy nghroen. I don't like the feeling of sunlight on my skin. Ac dwi dim ond yn licio nofio. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld a chastell achos dwi'n dwlu ar hanes Prydain. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn dysgu am yr hanes, am be ddigwyddodd yn miloedd o flynyddoedd yn ôl. Ac I weld sut roedd y pobl yn byw bryd hynny. I like to go to castles, and they have a lot of castles to look at. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn cerdded llwybr yr arfordir achos dwi'n caru edrych ar y môr. Dwi'n caru edrych ar y môr. Ac wrth gerdded llwybr yr arfordir, mi faswn i'n medru gweld yr anifeiliaid sy'n byw ger y môr. Yn chwarae efo nhw. I love the seaside. Do you guys like the sea as well? Oh, wait. How long have you been here? I've been talking to myself. I thought nobody would understand. And then suddenly someone shows up and says, Mae dy Gymraeg yn dda iawn. Diolch yn fawr. Diolch am y ganmoliaeth. Rwy ti'n rhy neis I ddeud hynny. What else? I'm just doing this practice. Mi faswn I wrth y modd yn ymweld ag amgueddfeydd. Dwi dim ond yn hoffi dysgu pethau newydd ac mwynhau what would you call the sight of something? The sight, the vision. I don't know the word. Olwg. Yeah. Mi faswn i'n mwynhau golwg celf hardd mewn amgueddfeydd ac dwi'n mwynhau ac hefyd dwi'n mwynhau gweld cerdd sy'n gwneud i mi ofyn be. cerdd sy'n fy nrysu, cerdd sy'n ddryslyd, confusing, ddryslyd. Dyna pam dwi'n mwynhau mynd i amgueddfeydd cerdd fodern yn dda iawn. You want to go there? You want to go to the language learning community? It is true. I think it's very wholesome community. That's why it's so addictive to stay here and like talk to people around here. There's also always going to be some toxicity somewhere, but in general, it's really positive. I think there were periods where people were like comparing like celebrity polyglots or like accusing people of being fake, but I think now it's sort of really positive in general. And with the Gen Z polyglots especially, it's really wholesome, just people showing what they do, and it's like encouraging, and there's none of that old, I don't want to say this, but like back when it was mostly like not old, but like back when it was mostly like middle-aged white males, it felt like a different community. You know what I mean? Now it's, but I have a feeling that maybe at some point, if you are a successful YouTube polyglot, obviously not me, so you sort of have to so if you base your living on doing this, you sort of end up like having to defend your brand and your reputation, so people feel the need to like keep showing off that they know languages and that. I don't feel the need to do that. I'm just happy doing whatever I do. I mean, I enjoy showing my languages because I love using them, and that's why I made the video in Polish and German. But I really hate the sense of competition that people have to show. Like, I speak this language well, and like I speak more than you, that kind of stuff. I like how it is now, and especially people in real life, that they're even more wholesome. Like there is very little negative like toxicity around in the real life events. It's mostly just people hanging out, enjoying the company, and discussing languages and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about one thing I don't want to do other than go to the beach. I love gwylio adar as well. Mi ddechreuais I wylio adar pan symudes I fyw efo fy nghariad yn yr Alban, achos mae hi'n mwynhau gwylio'r... Oh shit, I learned seagull. Seagull is gwylan. Mae hi'n mwynhau gwylio gwylanod Glasgow yn iawn. No, mae'n mwynhau... How do you say enjoys a lot? Mwynhau yn eithafol? Maybe? And I was making a list of intensifiers, like how to say very something, extremely something. Where is it? I couldn't find my... Wait, where is my... Oh no, I need to organize my notes. I can't find my notes anymore. Ah, fuck me. Why is it a mess? Ugh. It's fine. I'll look at it later. Note to self. Yn fawr! Diolch yn fawr! Yeah, of course it's yn fawr. Mae hi'n mwynhau gwylio'r gwylanod yn fawr. Ac ddechreuais I ymuno â hi I wylio'r adar. Mae nhw'n... it's cute. I don't want to say lovely. Hyfryd. Hyfryd's not. It's not cute. Cute would be No, not cute. Fine. Cute is cute. Maen nhw'n cute. Maen nhw'n hynod o cute. Da ni'n mwynhau edrych sut mae'r adar yn byw. Maen nhw'n maen nhw'n cyfathrebu efo'i gilydd. Maen nhw'n hopian i bob man ac yn hedfan o gwmpas. Mae'n cute. You think the older linguistic guy means well when he calls out the fakes? I don't know which one. I don't know. There's like famous people who's calling out the fakes. I mean, for sure there are fakes, and I think that's because of the environment, right? Because when people treat them as celebrities, they feel the need to fake. Oh, I guess basically it's for money. Like, I don't do this for money. If I did this for money, I would be selling out and like faking lots of shit as well. Imagine if I wanted to become like a fake polyglot and get lots of views, I could totally do that. But cydadweithio. Do you say cydadweithio? Mae'r adar yn cydadweithio. Maen nhw'n cydadweithio efo'i gilydd. Anyway, I was looking for one thing that I would not do. Okay. Mi faswn i byth yn gwylio gêm bêl-droed fyw, achos mae yna ormod o bobl ac mae'n gas gen i byw yng nghanol torf, yng nghanol torf fel yna. Dwi'n teimlo fel fy mod i'n cael fy ngwasgu. Wait, how do you say it? Like, on top of that. Ac ar ben hynny, mae does gen i ddim diddordeb mewn pêl-droed. Pan o'n i'n blentyn, ro'n i'n arfer chwarae pêl-droed unwaith yr wythnos, ond wedyn mi golles i'r diddordeb. You admit you've called out Sharma, who was speaking covered indigenous language. Oh yeah, because you're passionate about indigenous languages. Yes, and then he does interesting things about. The thing you don't like is he doesn't give you resources. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how he does them either. Like, yeah, now I'm wondering the same thing, because he has done like quite a few indigenous languages. How do you say indigenous language in Welsh? Hold on. This is I'm gonna keep saying that throughout these live streams because I just hate how the book is coming apart. Just brodorol. Do you say iaith frodorol? But could be native language. Cynfrodorol. Oh, before native, indigenous. Okay, so iaith frodorol is native language, and then iaith gynfrodorol would be Aboriginal language. So mae Siama yn arfer dysgu llawer o ieithoedd cynfrodorol, ac dydy o ddim yn rhoi'r what's resource? Dydy o ddim yn rhoi'r adnoddau. Dydy o ddim yn rhoi'r adnoddau i'r gynulleidfa i chi allu dysgu'r un ieithoedd. So basically means I just said what you said, but in Welsh. If you like language tourism, Oh, Language Jones, yeah. Language Jones is great. Yeah, he's legit. He's legit. I have respect for the guy. I generally respect linguists, and I don't know. I will admit, like his style is he has like an attitude, right? I think he says it that way. He has an attitude. It's not the kind of humor that I enjoy personally, but it's nothing to do with him. It's just my preference. But I respect him greatly. I respect what he does, and he's very informative. And I would like to watch it just to learn stuff. Where was I? I'm gonna do another Robin Radio, and finally finish this freaking chapter. What? I don't know what this is about. Look, what is this? It says it's a okay. It says it's a vocabulary game. Game. Why is it not game Eiva? Anyway, it's a vocabulary game, and it's literally just it's the Welsh alphabet. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm assuming maybe if I were in a class right now, my teacher would tell me what to do, but I am not, so I'm gonna skip it. I did some speaking anyway. Like I did some speaking. Someone told me Welsh was good, so I'm happy. I'm gonna do another speaking class maybe next week. I'll try to do some more. I'm enjoying talking about a new teacher. Oh, by the way, just as an aside, so I what was I say? In one of the previous streams, recent ones, I said I had a new Welsh teacher, a private one instead of a group one, and then last week I had is it last week? This week. Fuck, it's this week. I had a trial lesson, and then I had a 1 hour lesson, and then afterwards I told her I kind of want you to suggest topics to talk about, and then we can focus on the topics, because I have experience doing private lessons, and I know that if we go like freestyle, we just talk about whatever comes to our minds, I'm just going to end up talking about what I talk about best, which is languages and music. And I don't need extra practice talking about the same things again and again. So that's why, because I've done that as well in other languages. Like when I had Polish classes, the teacher would ask me, "Oh, what you're doing? How are things going?" And I would talk about my work. I would talk about my language studies, and then I end up practicing the same words again. So I told this new teacher, please suggest things to talk about, and please force me to talk about things that I'm not comfortable to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. So I will keep you guys updated when I do that. Yeah, I know you call it Xiaoma. I think it's too big to read your your comments. Probably. He's a huge YouTuber, isn't he? Isn't he like? I think a while ago he was 5 mil. I don't watch very frequently, but I know he's very popular with I mean, that's also the thing, right? He's sort of spreading awareness of language learning. And that is a good thing in itself. Pwy sy'n cael y teganau? Clwb Gwei Cymraeg. Is it knitting? Gwei is knitting. Pa mae Robin yn chwarae oes gafr eto? Ers fy mhentyndod, gofal dwys, da ni'n griw siaradus. What do you do in your spare time? Why have you come on the program? I've just started. Okay.
Felly, os oes na unrhyw un isio dŵad I far cefn tafarn yr Afr Wen nos Iau am 8, mi fyddwn ni yna'n gweu ac yn siarad Cymraeg. Mi gewch chi ddigon o gyfle I sgwrsio. Da ni'n griw siaradus iawn.
Ar gyrchog gwell. Fel pob hwyl efo'r gweu. A'r clwb gweu Cymraeg hefyd. Cofiwch, croeso I bawb sy'n hoffi gweu yn yr Afr Wen bob nos Iau.
Diolch, Robin.
Ac wrth gwrs, ar ôl y sgwrs yna, rhaid I mi chwarae'r gan werin boblogaidd oes gafr eto. A dyma Sian James yn ei chadw.
What? Why am I listening to music again? That's not what I'm here for. I had to mute it because I'm like, what if it's copyrighted? I don't want to. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Wel heddiw, fel rhan o'r gyfres diddordebau diddorol, mae rhywun diddorol efo ni sy'n mynd I sôn am ei diddordeb. Dyma Gwen Griffiths. Bore da, Gwen.
Bore da, Robin.
Wel, be da chi'n neud yn eich amser sbar, Gwen?
Dwi'n gweu. Dwi'n gweu tegannau meddal.
Pa fath o deganau, Gwen?
Pob math. Ond anifeiliaid a chymeriadau o storïau tylwyth teg fel arfer.
A pwy sy'n cael y teganau?
Oh.
Wel, mae pob plentyn sy'n aros dros nos yn ysbyty Abercastell yn cael cynnig tegan. A dwi'n gwerthu rhai mewn ffeiriau celf a chreff o gwmpas yr ardal I godi arian ar gyfer yr adran gofal dwys I Fabanod hefyd.
Wych. Ers faint da chi'n gwneud hyn, Gwen?
O, ers plentyndod. Felly, ers llawer iawn o flynyddoedd.
Felly, pam ydych chi wedi dŵad ar y rhaglen, Gwen?
Wel, da ni'n gofyn I bobl os oes gynnon nhw lan yn y tŷ da nhw ddim yn mynd i'w ddefnyddio. Mi nawn ni ddefnydd da ohono fo.
Syniad gwych, Gwen. Mi fedr y gwrandawyr ddod â gwlân I dderbynfa ysbyty Abercastell. Neu yma I radio rocio, os ydy hi'n fwy cyfleus I chi.
Diolch, Robin. Hefyd, dwi'n newydd ddechrau clwb gwau Cymraeg. Felly, os oes na unrhyw un isio dŵad I far cefn tafarn yr Afr Wen nos Iau am
Nos Iau
byddwn ni yna'n gweu ac yn siarad Cymraeg.
with.
Mi gewch chi ddigon o gyfle I sgwrsio. Da ni'n griw siaradus iawn.
Ardderchog, Gwen. Fel pob hwyl efo'r gweu. A'r clwb gweu Cymraeg hefyd. Cofiwch, croeso I bawb sy'n hoffi gweu yn yr Afr.
That's it. That's it. There's a weird question here. It asked me why is he playing that song, and I was like, what? How am I supposed to know? Am I just supposed to guess? I thought he would mention it, but he just said, oh yeah, of course now is the perfect time to play this song. I was like, what? So I literally just had to guess why he played it. I'm guessing it's because they were talking about like fairy tales, and then it's like a folk song. That's the only connection I could find. Oh, so I finished the stuff that I didn't finish earlier. So next stream I can start a new chapter again. Oh look, more and more pages are just coming off. Eventually the entire book is just going to become a collection of loose pages, which is fine. I've bound it with the rings, but it's just so ugly to look at, so unsatisfying. I love satisfying things. I mean, we all do, but let's see who said anything. Good idea for the lessons. Force you to learn new vocab, idioms, and phrases. Shall I fit that in a tour? Wait, I've seen that. I forgot what it means though. Put the fiddle on the roof. It sounds weirdly like the old, I don't know, film or something. But I know it probably has nothing to do with that. Or maybe it does. Try to fiddle in the roof. Oh, it means to. Oh, to give up. Try Godai, Idubeth. Oh, because like when you're playing the violin and you give up playing the violin, you put it like in your attic or something. Put it in the roof. Language Sim is a nice, funny guy. I can confirm. I've met him in real life. He is, I mean, his online persona is like super sarcastic and everything. In real life, he is also quite funny, but he tones it down a bit. But also, nobody knows his real name. That's still a thing. But like, in person, he's a really nice guy and also funny. So if anything, might be worth going to the events to meet people like him. I think the older generations of polyglots, like online polyglots, don't really go anymore. For example, this year's polyglot gathering, I think Luca Lampariello was there. He was like Okumpas. He was around it. He was in Prague when the event was there, but he wasn't part of the event. He just showed up at the pub afterwards. And then the other ones like I don't know, Benny, Ollie, they don't go to these things anymore. But yeah, I feel like I'm about to become an old generation polyglot because I've been there so long. But there are people who have been there from the very start. Like every single year, the polyglot gathering, they ask like, oh, who's been here for every single edition of the gathering? And there are like a couple of people who have been there, and that's really impressive. But yeah, if you want to meet like people like them, it's a good place to start. So let's see who else is still here. I think it might be time to end because it's like 11:30, and I still need to. I need to do my daily streak things. Oh, there are still people here. There's more people than like a minute ago. Who's here? Who is still here? Say hi in the chat. So just let me know who are my biggest fans who stay here till the end. I would love to see that. I know Mizu has been here for I think almost a whole stream. Oh, Ludwig is still here. Is the place next year already announced? No. And we had a lot of like shum. What am I thinking in Polish? A lot of chatter about it. But we have no idea. They're always quite secretive. Sometimes they announce it right away at the end of the gathering, and sometimes they wait till like the end of the year to like 11 yeah, November, December to announce it. So you never know, and it's really annoying because I would love to plan ahead as well. But you left for an hour and came back. Welcome back, Hayes. I'm in a haze now because of all that I've done. I've done so much. We had almost an hour long chat, and then I did some subtitling, and then I did a tiny bit of actual study. I'm happy with what I've done. I'm still quite energized because I'm a night person. That's why this is not late for me. But I'm sure if you guys are in Europe, then it's probably quite late. Because I know the people on Central European time have definitely tuned out, most of them. But yeah, thanks for being here again. It's always nice to see all of you guys. Tomorrow I probably won't stream because I'm going to a concert in the evening. We'll see when I come back. I have no idea, but we'll see. But I try because I think right now, at least over this summer anyway, my regular schedule is like weekends, and then if I feel like it, then weekdays. Because as I said, I do have a goal to reach, so I want to get through this book ASAP. And this is how I am doing. Are you in Ukraine? Oh my God! Wow, I actually haven't talked to anyone here who's in Ukraine. It's really late. Is it in the plus 2? No, yeah plus. Well, in summer +3, I guess. You're in the same time zone as Lithuania, right? Wow, it's really late. You should go to bed. Unless you're like me, then you're fine. I'm fine at 1:30 in the morning. What was I saying? Yeah, I know that it's probably a good thing to have a schedule of some sort, right? Because people can know when to tune in. But either way, today I did this really spontaneously, and people still showed up, and I'm glad. I'm grateful for everyone who supports my channel. Really, like today when I started talking to my new language coaching student. It sounds like I'm plugging my shit again, but. I was talking to my student and asked him how he found me, and he said through YouTube, and yeah, and he says he's a fan of my content, and that just makes me so happy because I work hard and I never know, like, because whenever people leave a comment, it's usually something, I don't know, like either informative or negative. You don't get comments saying positive things very much, so it's nice to hear people or see people like my stuff. It's otherwise I'm just shouting to the void again. Anyway, it's about time. Well, since I was plugging my shit anyway, if anyone's here still, you probably enjoy my content. So if you do, I recommend you join the channel membership for extra perks on the channel or extra, I don't know, when I stream, I can see your name more clearly, and then or you can also buy me a coffee. That is all, and I'm going to do other stuff now. Thank you for being here again. Diolch yn fawr. What other languages am I using? I don't know what. Dziękuję bardzo. Wait, what is? It's in Ukrainian. Is it dziękuję? Or am I thinking Slovak? It is from dziękuję. That's all I know. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.